Hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning, Frank. How are you doing? Comment ça va? Happy Thursday. It is 27th of August already. We're almost at the end of the month. And yeah, it's almost 2 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, I have to be honest that that this level of accumulation is, it just got to me as well in pre-market, and I wasn't expecting too much during the New York AM session anymore. And then again, like I said, I really like the New York lunch PM session a lot of the times because here you can see the move started again at quarter to one and it started really expanding a little bit. And then obviously Asia gave the move. So in weeks like this, you can expect that. So it's very hard to trade the regular hours, and we set through this whole London. I mean, we just set through this. This was not fun yesterday. This was our London session, right? So back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So and then at 8:30 there was a news driver. It went a little bit lower, but still within this range. And then we took out liquidity here. I wasn't comfortable taking it because I was like wondering, yeah, it could easily have taken this out as well and then go higher. So it was, you know, it took out this and then it went lower, but it still didn't take out this. So it was very tricky. I think a lot of people, when you try to trade this, it can be hard and you can just be stopped out all the time. But look how beautifully it just uses the opening range gap. It just went over it at the opening driver, right here. But it just used the whole opening range gap all day almost until 2 o'clock. And then boom, boom, goes higher. Yeah, so I think already here is at some point you get your confirmation that price. Well, you still have to be careful, but yeah, look at that again. The New York on days like this, PM session can be pretty awesome. 3:30 up to 3 o'clock. Yeah. And on days like this, when it takes out these highs, you do want to be careful again when it goes back. Because normally at 3 o'clock you can get like this nice move up, right? But it goes back into this here, and then Asia gets the real expansion. Yeah. But yeah, this was ugly. I mean, in all honesty, man, London yesterday was just ugly. Um, Now, what can we expect? It's already Thursday, so I'm going to put on my weekly. Let me have a look at the weekly data. I want the weekly, the candle. Where are we at? Looking at the weekly in the sense of let me also do it on ES. Let me go to the 4 hour candle. Oh, it's already 2 o'clock. It's already 2 o'clock. I'm late. I'm late to the party. Okay, here we go. Okay. Let's have. It's Jackson Hole Symposium. Yeah, that was so bad to sit. I know, red eye, wasn't it? It was torture. It was literally torture. But also New York pre-market was also not for me fun, and I got really irritated at so much. Like, oh my god! But Jackson Hole Symposium is always hard to trade. But the weird thing is now it's only 2 days, today and tomorrow. But I'm sort of like looking at and like it looks like maybe it's over now, and we had the bad, and maybe now the days itself might give better days. But if I go back in my journal, it was literally, I believe Jackson Hole Symposium was sometimes a whole week. But I'm going to Google it because now I'm confused. Um, Oh, it's a traditionally a 3-day event rather than a full week. Uh, Duration typically runs from Thursday through Saturday. Organized and hosted by the Federal Reserve Bank. Held the Jackson, blah, 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 blah. Okay, 3 days. Um, yeah, okay, I got it. I got you. Yeah, okay. Yeah, if I go back to my journal, it was always tough the whole week. But it was technically, it's always been 3-day event. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, okay. But yeah, my journal says that all this. This is very typical. Also on the days that are not the meetings are not there for some reason. I have no idea why they do this. I guess um, maybe they want to. Well, they also have a day on Saturday, so that doesn't make sense what I want to say. But okay, let's go over the news quickly again to see if anything else popped up into it. Today it's Thursday. I like Thursdays, but unemployment claims 8:30, and then the real Jackson Hole symposium starts. Okay, nothing in London. 4 o'clock we might have a little bit of expansion. We'll see. Okay. 8:30 and tomorrow also a news driver 8:30, right? Yeah. At 10 o'clock. Consumer confidence. Okay, well we'll see. We'll see. Man, but yesterday was really I've never headed down to watch for, but learned for that this week. Yeah. Um, yeah, when you start seeing these things and you're expecting them, you know that, okay, maybe this week I'll just leverage a little bit less, or I'll just maybe not trade and just watch price action. But yeah, this was a hard. I mean, if people really say, "Oh my, I love NQ, it's awesome," I'm like, yeah, this week, really? I don't know. But yeah. But anyway, Asia was nice. Did anyone trade Asia? Look at the beautiful expansion again. Look at these. We haven't had these candles for quite a while. Yeah. So we formed a new weekly high created in Asia. Creating the Asia high. We're going now into the range. We're just below Asia low. So yeah, let's keep an eye on what's going on. He's just so uh, yeah, and guys, what I notice as well when a lot of the times when London is consolidating and pre-market, you get a nice expansion at some point. But if you don't see it happen in New York AM session, New York PM session can be nice. But then look how many session did it consolidate through 11 o'clock? Literally 24 hours or 12 hours. Sorry, 12 hours. So here from 1 to 1. So most likely we will have to sit through consolidation again, because we have just passed through another 12 hours. So I'm almost afraid to say it, but I wouldn't be surprised if we have to sit through consolidation again. So we'll see. Um, I was just thinking for next week, maybe this is the best week maybe to take a holiday. The last week of August. If it's just 1 week, it's going to be, if it's Jackson Hole Symposium, I think it might be the best week to take a week off. And I might do it. Take a full week off. Okay, let's go over. But we're still going to look at the charts now. We're here anyway, right? Okay, let's have a look at the daily. Daily. So this was Monday. So Tuesday was an inside day. We created a Monday low so far. And then we had Tuesday, Wednesday going back up, but still both Tuesday and Wednesday are still within Monday's range, right? So we are now, you can hear the birds. Hey Zeez, how are you doing? So we just created a high of the week here on Wednesday now. No, Thursday. Can you hear the guinea fowls? They're so noisy. Um, so we took out Friday's high, but not yet Thursday, and we haven't gone back here yet. So the question is now, are we just forming the daily wick to the downside and going back up to take out and go into this fair value gap, maybe up to here? Or are we just going to continue lower and maybe reject in this wick and then go back up? So um, let's see how we behave here because we took external liquidity. Well, not on the 4 hour though. Not this, well, we took this one though. Um, going back into this fair value gap here. Well, both on ES and NQ, I would like I would like to see how we're reacting here if we're gonna hold up here and maybe um, this is a nice order block, but also fair value gap. So yeah, let's see. Just want to see how we react here. If we start disrespecting this area, then I would be more interested. But if we start going back up, I think we're gonna go back in consolidation. It's a curse, guys. It's a curse doing London now. But okay, who cares, right? If it is, if we go back in consolidation, who cares? We don't care, do we? We have JOMO, joy of missing out. And if we can predict accumulation, we like to be not in it, right? So let's focus on that. Let's just focus on that. Okay. On the other hand, if I look at the 4 hour, I would say we could have continuation though to the downside. But we cannot disregard the potential OB and fair value gap where it could just stall and respect. It's either going to disrespect it or respect it and maybe consolidate. I don't see it go back up straight from here again. So maybe consolidation or continuation and then disrespect it. So let's have a look. We're just gonna watch for the time being. Oh my god, these birds are so noisy. Let me just look what they're doing. They're guinea fowls, but there are so many of them. I don't know if the mic picks it up, but there's a many. Okay, well, let's see. I forgot to mark my macro. I forgot to mark my macro. So did you guys, Hazies, did you do anything yesterday? Did you trade anything? Did you do New York PM session? So this is a thing. Um, I'm thinking about, hey Marat, how are you doing? Good morning, good morning. I've said it a couple of times now. I really want to find a way to also go back into New York PM session, doing those. Um, I wake up quite early, so that means my time 4 o'clock a.m. is midnight Eastern. So if I want to do PM session, then I'm already awake 12 hours or more. So either I have to find a way to do a nap, which I'm really not good at, or yeah, I can't wake up later. So that's something I really, really like it. Yeah, I'm doing better. I'm doing much better. My stomach is a little bit less upset, so I think we're getting there. But yeah, the market is just, I mean, I've just showed it on the 15-minute that what we set through yesterday during London. This was, it was just banging around. You remember this line here? It was just banging around all the time, just going back and forth. Then we had an 8:30 news driver, a little bit lower, and then taking out this high, which I mean, it's nice expansion, but it's still opening. It's still hard to. Normally, I don't mind trading the open, but I wasn't sure if we were going to go for this. But it went higher and then back into the range. And then after 12:30, 12:45, the move to the upside started, and then PM session had a nice move. So, and then best move again in Asia now. So this was 12 hours of torture. We had just 12 hours of expansion because 12, we started around, let's say 12:45 to 1-ish while we are at 2. So I'm just worried now that we are going back into consolidation, being the time we're in with the Jackson Hole Symposium and sort of like made a large move and waiting again to make the next move. If I look at the 4 hour, either we're going to look, we have an order block here with a fair value gap. So I don't think we're just going to disrespect it straight away. It's just, if it's going to disrespect it, it's going to take its time, I would think, which would be our expansion. But then how far are we going to expand? But if we go lower, I think we are going into this wick. So it's a little bit unclear to me, but this also doesn't look to me like a 4 hour we're going to go straight back up, unless we're going to go back and forth again. Could be. So see, we went into it here, but let's see, we want to go a little bit lower. It's and the weekly range, are we going to take out another weekly high, or are we just going to go all the way back to the weekly low in this scenario? Could be. I've seen it happen. But let's see if we are respecting this area here. But yeah, I mean, let's be prepared for yeah, how are you doing, Mehmet? How is your stomach doing? Yeah, it's let's see, one. Um, oh, I think we are going to go lower for the time being. Maybe a little bit, dig a little bit deeper into this fair value, in this 392. I think I might take a short. I'm going to paper trade for now. I'm going to pick, what time is it? 2:18. Let me just put, yeah, let me, We went to Asia low. Um, maybe a weekly, oh, because it matches. I think we can go to 390. But does it want to go? We have not inverted. Now we are, yeah. I don't want a body closure above here. Let me just wait. Let me just wait. Is there any? I'm gonna, yeah. Let's see if we can get a little bit higher. Oh. These birds, they just keep on going. They're going nuts. They're literally going nuts. Um, Better to, yeah, but I also have, I still have, sometimes it's just like, it just like, like I get a punch in my belly and then, but it's very, it's short lived now. So it's not as bad as it used to be. And the good thing is we've got running water now and it seems to be okay now. So I'm not as worried as much anymore. So I've checked, I did a walk and the water tower has a gauge next to it and I can check the triangle where it is and it's all the way at the top now. So overnight it really filled up. So I don't think we have to worry anymore. The only thing we have to worry about is clean, but I think it's clean again. So I think it just was some bad luck. But then again, it's, let's say it's solved for the time being. But hey, guys, I mean, I don't know who gave that tip about the straws. I still have to buy them. That's pretty awesome. Just, then you can always drink wherever you are. Ah, that's good. I have to order them. I'm gonna order them today. Straws, filter straws. They're not cheap though. But hey, man, survival straws. Man, what an invention. That's a pretty good invention. Yeah, I'm gonna get back into that because I still haven't done it, but okay. Okay, now let's see. Let's see. 496. I would like a long with a structure like this, but if I see these wicks are being created and these equal lows, I just don't know. Again, it's like No. I do think we're going to go a little bit higher and then go, either it's going to build liquidity, like you can see here, beautiful, and make another low here and then take another low, or are we going to take some of it? Not all, but just some. Um, hey, Paras, how are you doing? Zeez, what is it? What are the Nvidia announcement? I actually don't follow any news on the. What did they? What was the announcement? Nvidia announcement. Is it? Are we in? We're not in earnings season, are we? Nvidia announcement. You see, it's just I don't like this. Ah. Oh, there was earnings yesterday. Oh, that's why the market. Ah, okay, it makes sense. Yeah, that's why we had expansion on. It makes sense. It makes sense. Do we have earnings today? Here we go again. Salesforce. Four six two. um, Okay. 2:30. I'm thinking I'm gonna put a paper trade on to see if this. Don't follow me, guys. I just want to see if my level is holding. I'm just interested in to see if my level. And we're gonna go lower. I might be stopped out. And it might want to go a little bit higher, but I just want to see if this is correct. Yeah, there we go. Okay, already two. I don't think we're gonna go much higher though. Let's see. Um, no. Oh, we're so cursed with this price action, this movement. It'll get better, guys, from next week. Okay, we're at the midpoint of the end walk. Let's see what it does here. How did price move in Asia? This is a 1 minute. Look how beautiful the candles are. Um, Lower, a little bit of accumulation, then macro behaving like a normal macro, going up from 40 again to 50. Consolidation from 10 o'clock. Okay, from 10 o'clock it became, okay. Up to 10 o'clock it was nice, and then we had at 2 o'clock we had some nice price action. But yeah. Again, I'm not interested in any longs in this structure here. 238. Let me do a poll. I'll do another poll. Start a poll. Yeah, let's focus on the London Open. Hey Dan, Danny, how are you doing? London Open. So that is in about 20 minutes, 3 a.m. Eastern. I've got to remember that I got to keep smiling, even though I don't like the price action. I shouldn't really be caring a lot, but if it's London Open, 3 a.m. Eastern, bullish, bearish, or consolidation. I have to put it out there. So are we gonna have the same session like yesterday? Is this the only move we're gonna go? Okay, it's going higher a little bit, but is this it? It might take a little bit of liquidity, 1 or 2 legs, and then stop, right? Or is it gonna expand before the open? Well, let's focus on the open only. Hey, Mr. Chaos, how are you doing? You're early today. Bullish. Bearish. Or will we have to sit through a little bit more accumulation at the open? Yeah, let's go. I think we're forming the 4 hour wick to the upside, so there's going to be open, high, and then a lower low. But I think it's going to take its time to get here. So the 4 hours it's just going to be a little bit low, but not that much. Maybe 100 points lower, but we're forming maybe the high of that candle. I'm thinking like this is just the move to the upside of that 4 hour candle. So I think it's a limited move to the upside to go back down. That's what I think. But then again, when is it? It's a 4 hour candle, so it means until 6, right? So let's say we're just gonna go here or maybe even here. It's 200 points in 4. How many hours to go? 3 more hours to go. If it even wants to move, it could also make one small candle and then the 6 o'clock candle could expand a little bit more to the downside. I don't know. The early bird catches the worm. Yes. Well, I've got a lot of guinea fowls here making a lot of noise. They're looking for the worms. They are definitely on hunt on worm. We had rain. We still have rain a little bit, as you can see. So there's a lot of. Also the snakes are coming out with this weather, though. So. The early birds do catch the worm, yes. But not for our London session, though, lately. Oh, I wish. At least I don't have to listen to those bloody roosters. Oh my God, this morning the roosters went on and on and on just the moment. I think that one rooster, I think because there's more coming, they're sort of competing with each other. So when the ones they start going, they just keep on going. Everybody's like, oh my God, shut the fuck up. 242. Well, Mr. Chaos, I can tell you one thing that both my girls, I had to take them to the vet because they were playing around with a spitting cobra. And the only thing that they cannot avoid is the spit that comes into their eyes. But they don't get bitten, they're too fast. So, but yeah, then the moment they get spit in the eyes, you have to clean it and you have to be very fast. So both of them, their eyes are still fine because they know the drill. They come to me and I'm like, oh my God, here we go again. I have to clean it. I take them to the vet for just a checkup. Because Dolly, she was like really, she was like, she had foam in her mouth. It was pretty bad. They had to keep her overnight because she got a very big amount of poison in her eyes. But yeah, no, her eyes are fine. You just have to be in time. But yeah, so I do know that they are fast enough not to get bitten. But with the spitting cobra, the spitting cobra has evolved to be able to spit the venom in our eyes as well. So they can spit really high. So they have evolved to protect themselves from humans as well. But with cats, it's easier to, to retreat and then spit in the eye. So I'm very much aware, yeah. But they cannot avoid the spit though. So they'll avoid the bite, but they don't avoid the spit because the snake retreats and then spits. And Dolly twice. Gigi is a little bit smarter in the sense of, okay, she knows now, so she doesn't play around. But yeah, it is. And but here we've got the forest cobra, not the spitting one. So this is, so I'm not so much worried about the. So always wear. Yes, you actually have to. Yeah. Yeah, I never knew that, but the snake guy, he told me. He says, yeah, they actually evolved to be able to spit humans' height. Yeah. But apparently, roosters also seem to be handling snakes pretty well. Because I made a joke, people were talking about this rooster, and they said, yeah, hopefully it gets caught by a snake sometime. And then someone said, yeah, no, but they're actually, people put them in place to protect the chicks, not to be taken from snakes. I said, oh, well, that's a shame. Otherwise, we can get rid of the roosters because they're going to be taken by the snakes. But they're probably very aggressive, and they pick on them. Apparently, they are also fast. So, I don't know. Poor roosters. Everybody hates them so much because of their noise, but they can't help it. Everybody's like, yeah, they should be ended in chicken soup. Everybody, yeah, they should be killed by snakes, and they're just doing their job. Well, this is a pretty nice market maker model. Did anyone take it? Hey, Dolly. Okay, let's see. I want to see. I hope it goes to daily open. It might be a nice area to short of. Okay, let's see what the bullish 75%, accumulation 25%. So those who are bullish, they think it's going to expand higher than this. It's going to keep expanding. Dolly. Pum, 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 pum. 60-40 now. So 60% bullish, 40% accumulation. We've got 12 more minutes too for the open. I'll be right back, guys. I need to go to the bathroom very quickly. I'll be, give me 2 minutes. Oh, not cool. Hmm? Mommy, wait, you got spit in the eye twice, my baby girl. You're so cute. You're so cute. Hmm? My baby girl. This is my baby Dolly. This is Dolly, and Dolly is actually named after Dolly Parton. So I've honored Dolly Parton. She died this week, but actually I saw a documentary of Dolly. Then I got this little rescue, and I was, oh, you're so pretty. So I named you Dolly. Yeah, because you're so cute. You're so cute. And she has this very high pitched, yeah, yeah. So that's for you. She's just a little angel. You're so poo. You're such a little angel. she's so heavy. She's half Maine Coon, so she's a big girl. You're too big for a girl. There you go. I love you. Okay, 2:51 macro time. No, that was Dolly. Gigi is the almost, well, most people will say Tabby, but that was Dolly. Dolly's the black half, the long haired, the little princess. Queen Queen Dolly it is actually. It's Queen Dolly. Dolly is Gigi is actually I, I would say the smarter one in the sense of just a little bit more street smart because she's a bit street smart. And Dolly is the one that needs savings a lot. She tries to if Gigi climbs trees, she wants to try, but she's so big and heavy that she doesn't know. Then she hangs somewhere, and she but she's getting better. I mean, she doesn't know that she's really a big cat. She thinks she's very lean and agile, but actually she's not. She's just a very big, I don't know, almost a show lounge cat. Not supposed to do these things, but she wants. Well, she's actually pretty good into tree climbing now. But man, I'm like, meow. What do you watch in your free time? You like action thrill? I like well, I used to, not as much anymore. Forward test and back test a lot in my free time. There was a lot of extra time that went into the charts, and especially after the market open, going over my like journaling takes time. Extensive journaling takes time, but now I don't do it as much as I used to. Like for example, yesterday, the market wasn't behaving in the way in New York AM session. Then I was okay. You know what? I'm gonna make some food, and then I'm just gonna watch the series. So I was watching Hunters on Prime. That's a thriller series. I like thriller suspension. I watch a lot of YouTube, some news things as well. But yeah, at the end of the day, I really would like to relax with either a movie or a good series. And most of the times, I just fall asleep. I never see the end because I'm just too tired. Because remember, I wake up London time, and then I also trade New York. I watch the market sometimes all the way until the end. So it's a long day, right? Sometimes. So, but yeah, for me, my ultimate relaxation is a good movie or series, and just to watch it, enjoy it, and fall asleep most of the time, and then I have to rewatch the end again. But this week, the U.S. Open is coming, the tennis. I love watching tennis, so I'm looking forward to that. Watching tennis matches. So, what about you? But yeah, I love watching a good series or movie. It's a good way of relaxation besides having a nice walk and stuff like that at night. Let me put it that way. I love to watch TV at night. In daytime, I like to go out, be on the outdoors, do some sports, walk, go to the beach, have a nice walk, or in the forest here, golf, do a round of golf. But at nighttime, yeah, I'd love to watch a series, and I love suspense thrillers or just news related things. Yes. Okay, we're almost New York, London Open. Let's see. What do you watch, Chaos? What do you like to watch? So I watch from news. I like 2C TV lately. I've been watching him, and I like how he brings the news. So 2C TV is one of my favorite news channels nowadays. Um, okay, let's see. I want to see if it tags Daily Open, if it's done here or not. And that will be around, let's say, 3 o'clock. Let's see what the poll says. I watched a documentation the other day. It was called The World of Insects. This was super. Or was it? Yeah. I mean, it's very funny, but because most people when they come here, they're interested in the big five. But if you live in the bush, you start to get very interested in the smaller things that insects, but also the smaller animals, which are very interesting. But I get it. When I came to South Africa first, I was only interested also in the big five and the big animals. But there's so much interesting stuff to find out about the smaller creatures that there are, and it's also insects. Quite. I mean, I totally agree. Yeah. Yeah, I really hope to be back in the bush at some point and do some voluntary work again, also with the elephants or any other creature. Okay, let's see, guys. Almost 3 o'clock. Let's see if 3 o'clock touches the Daily Open. I'm sure at 3 o'clock it will touch daily open. Why do you think that is? Three, 6, 9. Boom, 3 o'clock. Isn't it a coincidence that it does it exactly at 3 o'clock? Yeah. Time, baby. Time, time, time. I mostly watch documentations. I grind the universe doc is like a freak. Also super. Yeah, I mean you learn a lot from them, right? I used to watch them, but I sort of like, you know, it also sometimes is very depressing. The truth, right? If you see those nature, if in, but yeah, it's a good way to educate yourself. Okay. Bullish 22 accumulation. No one is bearish. No one is bearish. Um, yeah, I'm thinking of. I just not sure yet what I want to do. I am a little bit more bearish than bullish, to be honest. I just want to see if we're gonna go a little bit higher to go lower. We hit 50%. See, I just don't trust these these wicking the back and forth. It's just okay. Now we went through it, but I just really want to see. What time is it? 3:02. Let's wait one more minute. Half a minute. You guys don't hear it. Half a minute. Okay, midnight is here, 5:40. Looks like we're on. Okay. 524. Let's see if it wants to go all the way. Yeah, I can see it all the way, go all the way up to 531, 530. Let's see. Maybe it's not going to take, let's see if it takes midnight or not, or just stops before midnight at 530. 531-ish. Mm. 531. You don't hear those guinea fowls? They're very loud. And then the roosters in the back. Oh my god. Let's see. Okay. at 9.3. Okay, I think we're gonna stop here for a while. 310. Okay. Reach 705 here. I'll take a short from this area somewhere. Mm, can I find, if I put this here, how many points? I like a short. Let's see if I can turtle soup this one. I'm gonna give this a, I wanna have the, I don't think we're gonna go much higher than this level here, so that's doable. I don't know, this is all the way, I like the low. I'm just paper trading, guys, but I just want to see if I can turtle soup this area here. We could spike, let's see, 312 now. Okay, I like it. I like the time. I can see it go up to 530-ish. Where's my... It's still within my limited risk. But I can also see it leaving this here for later on. So I just don't want to take the 312. Let's see what it wants to do. I like a turtle soup here. That's why I'm taking the risk a little bit. If it either goes lower from here or it just takes out or it leaves this for later on. But it's still within my risk limit, so I can. Yeah, 13. Hey, Strong Penguin, I'm doing great. How about yourself? See, we took out these highs. We have accumulated here. It's 312. We start moving lower. I'll make it to break even very quickly. I think it will go higher now. I don't think it's going to work. I wanted to see go lower from here and leave this for later on. I think it's just still bullish. That's okay. It's a very bullish, but actually it doesn't look bad for me. I mean, if we're going to keep this price action in New York, that will be fine. I mean, it looks much better now than it did yesterday, right? I do have this week that I don't really feel like trading a lot. I thought I actually think I should have taken a week off, to be honest. Um, Next year I will do that, definitely. Last week of August is going to be a week off. No trading, no streaming, nothing. Well, maybe just stream, but no streaming and just having less chart time because it's really. Um, the rest of the year I really find too interesting to not trade or to not be in the market, but this is just. Um, it's the first time that I really felt like, oh, I don't really feel like doing it, to be honest. Even though it could be also, the issues with the water and the stomach issues, but I think it's good to have some time off. Sometime you need some times away from the chart. It is just it makes sense, right? After, even though you love it as much as you do, you need a break. And I haven't really taken a long break from the charts since I have the channel. So I think it's a little bit overload for me. And I can really tell, like, oh, I really don't feel like putting on a trade. I'm struggling to enjoy it, and that's not good. I know it'll come back, um, but maybe tomorrow might be a day off. We'll see. I might take a day off. We'll see, or a very short. 318. Oh, it's a nice bullish move, guys. Yeah, sometimes we need some time off, right? Yeah, you just need. Sometimes you really just need to just disconnect totally, um, and just do something totally different for at least a couple of days, I think. But I had the channel, and it was so nice. Um, and the only time I took off was either I had to do things that were very important, so it wasn't really relaxing, or it was due to internet issues or stuff like that. So it was never really time off in the sense of doing something like. And I can tell that I'm a little bit tired. I just really I can tell that I am, and I would rather be honest about it. Like, ugh, I just don't. I'm just like, ugh. I really felt like, oh my God, I've got to go on stream again now because I'm just tired. And it's not about you guys, because you guys, I love you guys, and you guys are actually the ones that are make me, oh no, that make me realize why I'm doing it. But my head is not there. I would rather just hear about how you guys are doing, and it's not how I should be streaming. But I'm very tired. I just noticed I'm very tired. Yeah. And the some and just having one, and then you come back like full beast mode again for the autumn trading. Trading becomes low. The trading volume dries up, and then you come back in the new season, and then you go back in beast mode. I think that's good. So I'm just thinking maybe why struggle trade according to your setup. Yeah, yeah. So when you have time off, you need to get back into, it's like a holiday. You need to, it takes time to get back. So that's why also I think with time off, it doesn't matter if you just look at the charts just to stay sort of like, okay, what's the market doing? But if you really, really are a week, some time away from the market, it takes time to get back into the game because you need to find the levels again, and you have to take that into account. So it's like you have to choose. But yeah, it's true. If you take time off, even sometimes after the weekend, I mean, okay, you know. But it's good to have some time off because it's very being focused. Trading when I'm focused, when I'm trading, I'm highly focused. My levels need to be in tune. I need to have it everything lining up. You know, I've got very strict rules, but everything is your head is totally working when I'm trading, and especially with streaming, it takes energy and I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love tape reading. I love, but now I just the market is just not that. I mean, this is a nice move. Don't get me wrong, but I can tape read normally all day. I really don't mind. But when I trade, it takes a very high amount of energy. No, I don't want to say a very high amount of. It just it takes focus. Let me put it that way. Focus, not high amount of energy. That sounds very a little bit exaggerated. And I lack that at the moment. I lack my focus. I lack the oh my god, I want to um so I get a little bit sloppier, you know. I can t- so it's about balance, right? It's all about balance. And remember, guys, when you stream, it's also you talk more, so it's also it takes away some of your energy a little bit. But I love it. I just love doing it. But I just feel I lack, I have a lack of energy at the moment. But I think it could be with because of the bacteria in my stomach a little bit. But yeah, I'm not there fully 100% at the moment. I can tell. But I still love you guys. It's not not you guys. Just I can tell from my trading. I don't. Oh my god, I don't want to put a trade on. I'm actually, you know, I really feel like I don't want to put a trade on. I never have that. Not even actually. I don't want to even put a paper trade on. Something's wrong. I need to go to a doctor, guys. Hey, but this is part of being a trader, right? You go through phases. I really feel, I really like, ugh, I don't feel like putting a trade on. And yeah, I have to go to see a doctor now. Yeah, sometimes it is it's a when you feel like you don't have you lack it a little bit. Like I feel like I am not 100%. I think it has to do with the stomach, but I wake up tired. Like Mareth, you said it as well. I'm tired. Yeah, I'm tired too lately. I don't sleep as well as I normally do, so I'm a little bit off. So I can tell, and I can tell that I was like, the moment I even put on a trade, I'm like, oh, I've got to find my levels. And normally I have a specific check that I do, and I'm like, oh my god, and I just caught myself doing the check, and the level that I put in as TP. Now I did think very clearly about my stop loss. I mean, if it goes higher, the trade is off, but that level is okay. But I just thought, okay, I'm just going to do my TP. That's my stop loss. That's the most important, and my TP. I didn't do my check. I was okay. I'm just going to put it there, and then I was like, okay. This is not me. Now the risk is the most important one, but this is this is just it was not really based on, normally my TP and my stop loss are based on levels that I've really gone over, and they have to have three. I need to be very sure, otherwise I don't put the trade. But I just planted it here, and then I'm like, oh my, what am I doing? And I'm just I'm literally too tired. Okay, my risk is fine, it's within my limits. And then I was okay, you know what, if it goes lower, because I have a more bearish bias than, because I do think if we go low, we go back into that fair value gap, maybe a little bit lower, but it's not based on logical levels that I normally do. Full transparency. So, so that's how I know. Okay, yeah, so I was hoping, I was actually thinking that, okay, if we go lower from here, so that's why I put my stop loss a little bit higher because I thought, okay, it could run higher. But hey, it could, I think I'm good to go here for the time being. But I wonder if it's going to go all the way here. I didn't do any checks, to be honest. I think it will go a little bit lower, but I could still be stopped out. Let's see. I just think they're going to build up more liquidity for later on, but then again, I could be wrong. So, but normally when I do my TP and my SL, have got everything. Everything is um, a little bit more mechanical, so to speak. Now, I just want to make sure. I'm just wondering if it wants to continue higher though. 0.27. Okay, I'll do. Let me go over my levels. Let me start recalibrate a little bit. Um, what time is it? 3:27, almost 3:30. We went into this wick here, and we went into fair value gap. Does I want to go a little bit deeper into that fair value gap or not? I don't think it's done yet. I think it's still going to go higher. It's going to start taking me out. Yeah. It's the second stage of accumulation. Take out these highs here. Beautiful move, guys. This is a beautiful move, actually. Let's see. I'm gonna keep it on. I just finished coffee. Ready for 30 push-ups. So this is also a thing. I every day morning I hang because I've got like a balcony below me. I've got two balconies. I can't hang on this. This one is too high, but the lower one, I can just sort of like stand and then lift up my feet and hang. But I've noticed normally I can hang easily for a minute. I can't even do. I can't even hang for uh, 20, 30 seconds. Then I'm just exhausted. My body just doesn't do it. Normally I can hang a minute without any issues. So I feel I feel weak. I feel really weak. So, and I love to hang because it's sort of like, it releases the spine, and it's just sort of like, oh, when you hang, and then sort of like, I just love doing it in the morning. It's just like a nice way to wake my body up. But I couldn't even. I mean, it's just like, wow. My God, my bum. I just feel like I have to let go. Yeah, there we go. Taking out. You can tell, right? It didn't go lower. It just sort of like goes into here. Beautiful move. A beautiful move to see. Did anyone take this move? I mean, look at this market maker model. I am very weak. Are you weak? See, no, see, I think he means me. I weak. Me weak. Guys, did you? Um, I think he means I am weak. Lens, you did well. No, I talk about. Okay, got it. Okay, okay. You men fight it out amongst yourself. Who's the weakest one today? Hey, who of you guys do push-ups every day? I couldn't do them today. I'm too. I'm really. I feel really really weak. Yeah, I know. I am normally. Listen, I can hang. I can hang a minute, but today I couldn't. Well, actually, not only today, the whole week. Um, you do push-ups every day. Yeah, I think it's good to do it. Okay. I used to every hour when I traded options. Now zero physical. Yeah, you need to do some, but every hour is a little bit too much. I think that's almost like self-torture. Every hour is a bit too much. Or is it like to get your brain back in tune or something? We have a very bad gym here, so a very rundown gym. So I don't like to go to the gym here, but it's always good to do weights, especially when you get older. But I don't like the gym, so I actually need to do more stuff at home. But what a move, actually, guys! From 2 o'clock, it just has been going up. I can't complain about the move though. This is distribution and it's nice. And but yeah, 10 to 20 push-ups every hour from 8 noon, and then power out every hour. That's a lot. 10 to 20 push-up every hour, number from 8 to noon, and then power hour. Man, I don't know if it's actually good to do it that way. I think it's better to do a lot in a short in 1 hour than give your body rest for 24 hours, I think. But I don't know. I wonder if it's a good way to clear your head a little bit. 50 push-up per training session is not so much. I hate to use gym equipment. Yeah, it depends on the gym, right? If it's a nice, clean gym and everything is modern and adjustable, because I'm quite small, and sometimes when you have to do the leg push, I couldn't even like, oh my god, even if the smallest setup, I could not even, I couldn't position myself properly. So you need the good stuff that really also are, for smaller human beings, smaller adults. But it depends on the gym, right? But I had a really nice gym in Hoedspruit, though. That was a really nice gym. So I used to go. So when I used to live in Hoedsport, I lived in the bush, but then I had to drive to town, which was always a 20, almost a half an hour drive. So, but I do groceries, meet friends. I would go to the gym, and I did that 3 or 4 times per week. So I drove like I had to drive an hour per day, then back and forth at least. But it was nice. It was just to socialize and to do my things. But here we have a gym, but it's so run down. It's dirty, and it's like ugh, I just don't like it. So I don't go. But yeah, I can tell. I can tell from my body as well. It's a little bit different. You know, that it's so funny that people, people think that a lot. Also, the way I wear my clothing when I was, at work, I not even that high heels, but the way you dress, people think that, until you go to the beach with a group of people and you are, barefoot, and they suddenly like saying, "Oh, you're actually really small." I always get that they're like, "You're very small, actually. You're not that not that big." And I'm like, "Yeah, but you see me every day," and it's so funny. And I heard that comment. I'm 159, maybe even 158 right now. It's very small. I think I'm like Kylie Minogue size. Was Kylie Minogue? She was also not very tall. 152. No, she's 152. No, Kylie Minogue is smaller than I am. I think I've got 6 centimeters more than she has. She's 152. I'm 158. Yeah. Wealthy seems taller. I don't know. It's very funny because I hear it more on stream and people, oh, but you come across like you're tall. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's funny because I was always in a school called the little one. Yeah, I guess I make up for um, my tallness in attitude, I guess, right? It's like what men also do. Yeah. Okay, now what happened here? My mother's also 159. I wonder what my CM. Yeah, and remember that. So when you get older, you shrink a little bit, right? That's why the hanging is good because you extend your spine. I also had a lot of back issues when I was younger, and I have 3 back surgeries. So I've got like a bridge in my. They call it a bridge, but I have to be very careful. I can't gain too much weight as well because that's not good for my back. So I'll try to sort of like keep that in mind. But then again, yeah. What comes with the video watching at night, I need something bad to eat. I eat, generally speaking, healthy, but not at night. I need candy or some chocolate or something to crave my sugar addiction. I have a sugar addiction. 185. Yeah, I mean, well, hey, the Germans and the Dutch are technically very tall people. I don't know. I don't know what they gave the Dutch men, but they're also Dutch women, generally speaking, are very tall. Um, yeah, at least the most Dutch men are over 180, right? And Germans, I think, as well. I don't know that I think there's something in the food that makes them grow faster. Yeah. I try to eat clean. Talk about a privilege here in the States, not cheap though. Yeah, it's anywhere. It is if you want to eat clean and healthy, it costs a lot. It's very weird, but it costs more money than. But then again, if you get less sugar intake, you get less craving. You'll save money on the bad stuff. It's the moment I stop, I get rid of my sugar addiction. It saves a lot of money on the bill as well because you don't buy your candy and then in the end you sort of like are better off because you also have less cravings and you just eat less generally speaking, but it's hard. But yeah, I know eating clean is eating healthy is not cheap, and it's really weird. But then again, yeah. You go to what's that called the in the US? Is it Whole Foods? That's such a I love that store. I think it's called Whole Foods, right? But it doesn't have to be that expensive. But then again, the good stuff. If you have, I don't know how expensive olive oil is in the U.S., but here in South Africa, it's so expensive. One bottle of really the normal olive or the good one is about $20. I think 18 to $20. Do I say that correctly? 200 to 29. I think 15. If it's on sale, I can get a bottle of olive oil 15, and in the Netherlands it used to be $6 or something, or $7, $8. But I don't know. It's just very yeah, Musatala, if yes, I agree. The reason why I'm on MNQ is because I have my Hola Prime account attached to MNQ, and one time I left it on NQ and I was trading. It was a 25K account, and it was. But I prefer. I totally agree. I prefer to all my other tabs that you guys don't see are on NQ. I definitely prefer to chart on NQ and trade MNQ. I say it all the time on stream as well. Like it was a couple of days ago. NQ touched the daily open. It was on a New York AM session, and MNQ did not, but we went up. So I prefer NQ as definitely, yeah, I do that. So I've got many stream tabs open, and I always look at NQ. I never chart on MNQ. Trader Joe is good, yeah. Now all the different veggies are getting people sick. Why is that? Is it because of the poison that they spray upon it? Trader Joe is good too. I don't think I've ever been to Trader Joe, but maybe I've been. Is it in Austin? Because if it was in Austin, most likely my cousin has taken me there. But I know Whole Foods. But okay, so also nuts and peanut are very expensive here, as they are everywhere. But with the olive oil, it's just you don't want to use any other those other oils because they're really bad for you. You really need to use olive oil, but then you also need the good ones that are pressed from one that they come from the same country, not mixed. It's very important, but it's bloody expensive, yeah. But then again, hey, if it saves your health, I mean, all those plant or seed oils are really not that good for you. Okay, guys, forgive me for today. I'm not gonna put on a trade. I'm really too. I want to watch the 4 o'clock macro with you guys together, but I'm not gonna do anything anymore. I just want to watch it because it's not gonna be, guys. I'm just not. I'm just gonna make things up right now. I'm just gonna be honest. Um, I am having a very, very extremely case of JOMO right now. Joy of missing out. I just, I just want to not put on a tray, not even a paper tray. And I'm just gonna give into it. I'm not gonna force anything in it. So we're just gonna watch the 4 o'clock macro together, see what it does. I will journal later on because I always journal, but then I need to do stuff, and then I hopefully pre-market New York session, I have a different approach. But then on the other hand, remember it's the Jackson Hole Symposium. It's known for, well, it's known for what it has been doing all week, and this is actually the first good move that we're seeing in London for in a while. But this was pretty beautiful, truth to be said. Very beautiful move. I'm terrible in the kitchen, but I can grill okay. Well, I mean, if you can grill, you can survive. No, I said it yesterday. I would love to have a good a cook, someone who a chef in my home that cooks for me 3 or 4 times a week, and then maybe make some extra so that I can eat that the rest of the days. That because I don't mind cooking, but I want it to be fast. But that I also want I also want that cook to do the groceries then. So something like that, right? So it takes buy the good stuff, get some stuff what I can't get easily, things like that. So that's something I would like to work towards too. I think that's a luxury. It is a luxury, obviously, but that will be something I would like to have. Yeah, Lance, if I have a lot of winnings, I also have to really, really. That's why I don't mind the consistency rules much anymore. Because if I don't have consistency rules, I keep going and then I tend to give back. But yeah, it's all about control. It's all about control. It's just, think about it. If you have a normal job, you make a certain amount of money, your day is done, and you know what you have. Be enough, be content with enough, right? That's it. If you're not content with enough, it's just greed and just it's actually, if you think about it, a very bad thing. I mean, I have it as well, but it's actually a negative thing of us as humans that we get greed. But that's what the whole market it's based upon, our greed and fear and greed. So they prey on that. So they prey on our weaknesses. That's it. They prey on our weaknesses and they know how our psychology works. So you've got to trick your brain. Instead of doing push-ups, you need to work on that. A driver, yeah, no, I love driving. Oh, I do I love to drive, so, and I love to do bush drives and off-roading and stuff like that. So no, I wouldn't have a, but I think in the US it might be different. But for me, I would love to. Man, I didn't go through all that bullshit to take a driver getting my driving test here. Talking about that, I need to now sort out my Dutch driving license. Now I can send my Dutch driving license back to the Netherlands, get it redone, and then I have both. Because when I travel, the Dutch driving license is a little bit better to have than the South African. I can drive on my Dutch everywhere, and with my uh, but I believe with the South, I have to get into it. With the South African, I think I need to change it to international all the time. But I don't know. But I just want to have my Dutch driving license as just as a backup, as an identity thing as well. It's important. So So I've got to sort that with the courier, and my friends have to send me documents, and then I have to send it back, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Who else, if I may ask, who else has experienced a period like they want to watch the market but not want to put on a trade, that they're just too tired to trade? Who else has experienced that feeling? Like what I'm right now, I like to watch it, but I just don't feel I don't feel the energy to go through my list and just it's a new feeling to me, to be honest. It's actually new. Who else has experienced that, or really felt like they needed to take some time off of the market? And how long did you take off? What was your time that you needed to come back fully recharged and happy to back to normal? I would really love to know. You had that feeling, yes? Yeah, I know. You were also, uh, but have you? For me, this is a new feeling that I'm having. It's really the first time that I experience it. Like, oh my God, I just don't. Yeah, but it makes sense, right? I haven't taken off a break since a year. It was only a break because I had to do stuff, so it wasn't really relaxing. It was just the only time that I took time off was because I had to. It was either internet issues, weather issues. I had to go for the driving test or some other things. It was always, it wasn't time off because really time off. It was always stressful. I got this feeling mostly when I have a lot to do in that day. I can't get a clear mind. Yeah, so what do you do, Mr. Chaos? Do you give in to it? I'm really curious because I think the solution is, I know from one of my students, she said, I need some time off. He took time off for 1 or 2 weeks, I can't remember, and she came back. Man, she was a different person. And everything went really well after that for a while. So, let me hold on. Oh. Okay. So I'm just debating. I take so many trades some days. The sessions meld together. I think I go into a flow state and black out. Sometimes happens that I can't explain. Yeah, that's bad. I mean, that's not good. You need to also control. It's all about, yeah. With you, it's very simple. It's just about. It feels to me, Lance, if I'm just being honest, you just don't have a specific model that you're waiting for, because that's why you can trade all day. If you have a specific model, you have to wait more for that model, and then there will be less options, obviously, to trade. Sometimes I have to wait a long time for my model to show up. But if you, yeah, it all comes down to having a specific list of, yeah. Um, but what do you guys do? Do you take time off? Yeah, it's a. The market is still going higher. I love to see that though. I really like seeing this. I mean, it gives me um, it's really nice to see the market move, and it moves at least a little bit better than the last few days. Um, it's a beautiful market maker buy model. So we created a sell side, and London is just picking it up. I'm trading on demo today. Yeah, I'm also thinking until next week demo for me as well. After this Jackson Hole symposium is done, we've got NFP week. Monday, Tuesdays are a nice day to trade. So I'm also thinking of the rest of the remaining, or I'm going to take a day off tomorrow. But I don't think I want to do that. I think I'll feel horrible if I take a day off. Is there a bank holiday coming anytime soon? I think we do have a. Is there a bank holiday in the US coming? I think I read something. Oh no, in the UK. Okay, so Monday, the 31st of August, guys, there is a bank holiday in London. So maybe it's better not to do a London session, but do a New York session. So Monday, that's the coming Monday, bank holiday in the UK. So that means London will be limited, right? See the chat again. Most of the chat said bullish, and you guys are. Hey Ben, Fox server. Yeah, September 7th is a bank holiday on the US. Okay, September 7th, so that's also not too far away. Yeah, let's say no, tomorrow will be regular day. And then Monday, I think I'll do a New York session. Just skip otherwise we're just gonna watch a low volume session. So let's do that. And then the 7th September is a bank holiday. Maybe that will be a day off. Maybe only, well, it's just said it's going to be London session. We'll see. We'll see. Guys, I might be get rid of that feeling after this weekend. So it could be just a little bit of a. I'm just maybe tired of this whole bloody bacteria on my stomach. And then I'm like, what the fuck? No, I'm going to trade. I'm going to stream. Are you kidding me? I'm not going to lose a day. I have some restrictions on time, and I'm cutting out last minute of every 5 minute candle. It's helping not to double after hour for me. Give yourself permission to other things for a bit, come back stronger. Yes, I agree. I would tell myself it's okay to always trade because I'm learning. Yes, I did that as well, but it's not right because you're actually if you're just learning, you should just be paper trading or just tape reading. You don't have to put your money on the line to learn. Let me put it that way. But I also used that excuse for a long time. Like, yeah, I'm learning. And then I was like, I'm also, why am I actually losing money? Yeah, because you're still learning. Look, having very strict rules is a double-edged sword because sometimes you'll miss a move. But it also teaches you to be, stick by your rules no matter what. And if you don't see a trade, or either you just miss it because you're either too slow, your brain is not working. Like, do I feel? Look, if I would feel fit, I would hate missing a move like this. But now I'm just like, okay, well, I'm happy that the market is moving. Maybe New York will be a nice continuation. But then again, it's Jackson Hole Symposium, guys. Be careful. It's always tricky. But yeah, this is a nice move. Cannot say anything else. And it makes it's a nice move, but look how it looks on the it looks sort of weird, right? If you look at this structure, this candle here. Okay, it went into a fair value gap here, but it could easily have gone a little bit lower. Like dig a little bit deeper here and then go up. Now, in all fairness, if I look at this one here, I wonder if we're gonna go back, if we're gonna go just higher from here, because this was today's end dog, right? And new day opening gap. On the 4 hour, we have sell side and buy side going through it. Now let's see if you have a body closure at 6 o'clock and we have no wick going in. I wonder if it wants to go lower anymore after 6 o'clock. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that. I didn't expect this one to have in one session, or sorry, in 2 4 hour candles get sell side and buy side. So yeah. The question is, are we going to go for the weekly high now? It could be. Yeah, New York will most likely chop. I agree. Bowser, did you take the trade? Lance, yeah, we have to agree to disagree there. And I'll tell you why. Um, to be able to also trade with your account, you have to be disconnected from the money amount that you're making. If you're more focused on the process, your P&L will do much better because you're focused on the process. So that means you have no attachment to the money amount. And that's where, for me, I know a lot of people say, yeah, I need skin in the game, I need skin in the game. But the thing is, most people that become successful and become profitable, they are really focused. They don't look at the P&L. They're really focused on the process. Obviously, they look at their P&L at the end of the day or during the day, whatever. But they're not looking at the P&L while they're trading because they're focused on the process. So I don't have any money. If I'm in a trade, the only thing I'm worried about is how much am I willing to lose on a trade. That's it. That's the only thing that I care about. So that's my loss. My stop loss placement is the most important thing. The rest I don't care about. So I don't. For me, it's the same. If I put in a paper trade or a real trade, it's almost the same. I just want to be right. Yeah, as weird as it sounds, but I don't care. I just want to be following a specific process, having a good stop loss, and I don't want to lose money unnecessarily. So for me, it is. It. I think um, it's if people are too much focused on the, oh, I made so much money. I mean, I'm more interested in people say, hey, I follow my a new model and I'm making I'm gaining my win rate in R2R is I'm consistent with that one. That's far more interesting than people that are yelling, oh, I made $3,000 today. I'm like, yeah, you can make $3,000 today and lose it again tomorrow. So the money amount itself is for me not interesting anymore. I'm really more focused on my own process and trying to improve that and improve my get less risk, higher rewards. So for me, I really think if people can disconnect from the money amount while they're really trading evals or whatever and follow the process and having very strict rules, they'll do better without even having to be focused on that. So, and I learn a lot from my paper trades. Because I journal them, I learn a lot from them, especially the ones that are not working. I'm like, okay, because I go back in time, I dissect it. I really go, and I didn't lose any money. So, but yeah, it's just for me a waste. Why would you lose money when you don't have a proper working model? It's like, yeah, it's like it's a form of self-destruction in all fairness. Because if you don't have a working model, you're just losing money while you don't have to lose money because you can paper trade. And having skin in the game, yeah, but you just don't have it just comes down to one thing. People don't have a working model. They don't have something that really works. They don't have back tested data on it. So they're just trying to figure it out while they're losing money. And that is for me just something I just like, why? I did it. Um, I would rather figure it out while learning without losing money and then go into the market with a and never, even though you have a model, it's still not 100%, right? You can still lose because no model is gives you 100% win rate, but at least you have a better you have better odds. But just on the go, going just while you are learning and trying to build your model and losing money, man, things add up with these resets and these I mean, I don't even want to know how much money I put into all these evals and before I got profitable. I took the sales in Asia and some of this buy. Well done. Yeah, I have low probability in low expectations for these coming 2 days, but we'll see. Um, yeah, this is an awesome move, guys. Nice move. But I agree with Bowser. But hey, who knows, Bowser? Because we've been chopping so much the whole week. Who knows? It's going to be nice as well. It looks like it wants to continue in maybe PM session. Look at it going. So beautiful. Look at it going. I did not expect this, to be honest, after this. Very pretty. Man. You know what? I think we're going into this opening range gap. Let me show you guys the one that I was looking at. Let me show you. I need to have 8 now, I think. I'm sorry, it's a little bit a lot, but I want to show this one, this baby boy. I think we might go in this one today. I still have it marked. I'm gonna use this one here. We're gonna use this one. So this one has been on my radar for a while, but I think we might go there today. See, there's nothing here. Almost nothing. See? So once we start going over here, I think we might go into we might go here Monday, Thursday, Friday. It looks like it. It might want to go there now. We have a news driver today as well. I do think so. I think we need a news driver to. No, maybe. Well, what time? What date is it today? Yeah, we do have orange folder at 8:30, so it's going to be interesting. Yeah, that's. So this is an area that I really like. Let's see if we can get back all the way. See, we're close. We're getting close now. So, see, now I'm getting excited again. But see, we're getting really close now. Man, this is a massive move. It's already 200 points almost gone up since 2 o'clock. 387. Yeah, it's already 100. Nice move. Almost 200 points move just from 2 o'clock. Not bad. I'm telling you. Not bad. But yeah, it needs to start calming down a little bit and maybe. Man, this is some serious distribution. Beautiful. Nice. Okay, guys, I'm gonna do some stuff. I might take a nap. Get. Um, wow. Just keeps going. Just keeps going. Are we having a trend day today? Maybe could be. 4. I don't know. Okay, my dear friends. Paras spooling is yes. Okay, guys. I'll see you 8:50 for those pre-market prep, and we'll see each other tomorrow again. And who knows? I'll see you guys in the Discord later on today. I'll see you. Enjoy. Stay safe.